All right, box and whisker plots, the coolest thing in the world, but basically it's just a way to look at data. And essentially, if you think back to fraction strips, and we thought about fraction strips and quarters, we would take that strip of paper, we'd fold it in half. And then we take that half and we fold the half in half to get quarters. Well, we're doing this, we're calling them quartiles, but it's essentially the exact same thing. So if you look up here, I almost think about this as a fraction strip right here. This is just a fraction strip. Now this is off the video, and I took a snapshot of it, and so that's why all this red stuff is down here. Don't worry about that so much. And I wrote this 5-number summary over here. I'll get to that in a second. But if we took this fraction strip and we fold it in half, we'd fold it right along this line. And if we fold it again, well, I should say there's 14 points, and that means there's 7 on the right side and 7 on the left side. Now, if we folded it again, it would fold right here and right here, dividing it equally along this thing. And so what we have is we label this fraction strip. This is the median right there. And this is the first quartile. This marks the first quartile. The second quartile, which we call the median. So you could call this quartile 2 if you wanted to. We give it its own name, it's the median. And this is the quartile 3. And then the bottom spot is called the min, and the upper part is called the max. That's really all there is to this box and whisker plot. So let's use some colors here, and we'll say, hey, we know that the median, I always like to start with the median, and I'm going to say the median here is right here. This is the median, right in the middle. What is the value there? Well, it's between 4 and 5. What's between 4 and 5? 4.5. So we say 4.5 is the median. So let's take a look at the quartile. Let's look at the quartile 1. Just do that orange. Quartile 1 is going to be 2. And quartile 3 is going to be 7 because it's right between there. So we'll take another color. Let's do green. We haven't used that. Quartile 3 is going to be 7. And the max is 10. Well, okay. So the max is 10. And the min is going to be say red, and the min here is 1. So the min here is 1. And that's all there is to it. We've got our 5-number summary. And to get a box and whisker plot, you just need that 5-number summary. So let's go ahead and plot this. I'll use colors. But before we plot this, I want you to notice that if you look up here at this fraction strip, you know that you can say some certain things about this. You can say that 25% of my data lives in this part of my fraction strip. 25% of my data lives in this part of my fraction strip. 25% of it lives there, and likewise there. And we know that because we know that when you divide things into quarters, you're really dividing things into 25% sections. So we're going to take a look at what a box and whisker plot does for that, okay? So we're going to go for the minimum of 1. I will use red to put that there. Quartile is the first quartile is 2, so I put a little mark there. The median is going to be 4.5, so I look over 4.5. And the quartile 3 is 7, green 7, and the max is 10. So you don't have to do this in colors. I like to look at where these marks here came from over here. And so now what we do, a box and whisker plot is basically putting a box around the 50% of the data. Well, where's the 50% of my data? It's right here. So we're putting a box from the 2 to the 7. So we put a box right here. And we see there's my box. My median is right here. And my whiskers go out to the min and the max. So they go out here. And why is that important? Well, here's the interesting thing, is you can say all this data right here lives in there. So 50% of my data is between the points 2 and 7. And you can also say 25% is in the whisker. Well, here's my whisker up here. So 25% is up there, and I shouldn't put a box around that, that's confusing. But this data lives up there, and likewise, this data lives in that whisker. So you can see how this data in the yellow here actually is a short distance between 1 and 2. So there's a lot of data points there. And it just kind of shows us a picture of how the data is distributed. Hope this helps.